Now coming to next lecture, that is interfacing to Zigbee, right? Now in previous lecture we have seen interfacing of 8051 with a Bluetooth module, right? Now in this lecture we will see the interfacing to Zigbee, right? Now before going to interfacing part, let us see the pin description of Zigbee, right? Now what is mean by Zigbee? Let us see what is mean by Zigbee, right? Now this is also an wireless technology, right? Same like your Bluetooth module, this Zigbee is also an wireless technology. Now that is designed to carry small amount of data over short distance, right? Now Zigbee, it is a wireless technology. It is a wireless technology designed to carry small amount of data over short distances, right? Small amount of data over short distances, right? Now this is the meaning of Zigbee. Now you may get a doubt what is the difference between Bluetooth and Zigbee. Bluetooth is also doing the same operation, and here Zigbee is also doing the same operation. Those, either it is Bluetooth or Zigbee, both are your wireless technology that is used for data exchange over short distance, right? Now what is the difference between Zigbee and Bluetooth, right? Now coming to Bluetooth, now let us see the difference between Bluetooth and Zigbee, right? Now here the transmission rate is high compared to Zigbee, right? Now here the transmission rate is low. Transmission rate is low when compared to Bluetooth, right? Now here the main difference why you are going for Zigbee over Bluetooth is distance, right? Over Bluetooth is distance. Now here it covers small distance. Now Zigbee covers larger distance than Bluetooth. Because of this reason only, Zigbee is preferred over Bluetooth. It covers larger distance than Bluetooth, right? Now because of this main reason, what is the reason? Because of the distance coverage, this is the main reason in order to prefer Zigbee over Bluetooth, right? Whether it is Bluetooth or Zigbee, both are your wireless technology in order to exchange the data between your fixed and mobile devices, right? Now the only difference between Bluetooth and Zigbee is, if you want to transmit the data over larger distance, that means somewhat greater than the Bluetooth. Larger means not larger distance, that is somewhat greater than the distance that is covered by the Bluetooth is covered by the Zigbee. Because of this reason only, this particular device is preferred over Bluetooth, right? Now Zigbee, it is a wireless technology designed to carry small amount of data over short distance, right? Short distance. Now it was created for small applications, low cost. The cost of this is also very low, and low power IoT system, right? That means it consumes only low power, basically a battery, just a battery, right? Just a battery is sufficient to operate this particular device, right? Now low power IoT system, right? Low power IoT system, right? Now this is the feature of this Zigbee, right? Now Zigbee, it is a wireless technology designed to carry, whether it is Zigbee or Bluetooth, both are the wireless technology in order to those are used for exchange of data, right? Those are used for exchange of data between those two devices. But if I compare the transmission rate, Bluetooth is having higher transmission rate than the Zigbee. This is the major disadvantage of Zigbee over Bluetooth. But the advantage of Zigbee is it covers larger distance than the Bluetooth. Because of this advantage only, you can prefer Zigbee over Bluetooth, right? Now this was the introduction for your Zigbee. Now coming to its pin diagram, now it is having 20 pins, right? If you see, these are the pins of your particular Zigbee, starting from VCC transmitting pin, receiving data pin, DO8 reset RSSI, and then no connection NC, and DI8 data input 8 pin ground pin, and next here you have AD4 CTS on or sleep, right? V reference AD5 AD6 AD3 AD2 AD1 AD0, right? 10 pins are allocated on the one side and another 10 pins are allocated on the other side, right? Now this was the introduction for your Zigbee. Now let us go for pin description one by one, right? Now what is the first pin? We have VCC, right? As you already know, VCC is a power supply. Plus 5 volts of up to plus 5 volts of power supply is provided through this VCC pin, right? And next you have transmitter pin, right? Now through this pin you can transmit the data between Zigbee to the connected device, right? And next you have receive pin. Now the data is received through this receiving pin, right? And next you have DO8, right? Next we have DO8, right? Now let me briefly explain on the next page, right? What is the first pin? You are having VCC, right? Now plus 5 volts of power supply can be provided through this pin, right? Plus 5 volts of power supply can be provided through this pin. And next pin you have second pin is your transmitting pin, right? Now the data is transmitted through this pin, right? Data is transmitted through this pin. And next pin you have receiving pin. Now the data is received through this pin, right? And next you have DO8, right? DO8 is nothing but digital output 8, right? DO8 is nothing but digital output 8 pin, right? Digital output 8 pin. And next you have reset, right? In order to reset your particular Zigbee module, this particular pin is used, reset pin, right? Now next you have RSSI, right? RSSI stands for receive signal strength indicator. Receive signal strength indicator, right? Now this particular pin will give the information of the signal strength that is received by the Zigbee, right? RSSI stands for receive signal strength indicator. Now whatever the signal that is received by the Zigbee, that particular signal strength is indicated by this particular pin RSSI, right? And next we have NC, right? 2 NC pins are there. Now these are reserved because there is no connection for this particular pins to the device, right? NC, those are your reserved pins, nothing but no connection. And next we have DI8, right? Digital input 8, digital output 8 is this pin, and digital input 8 is this pin, right? And next we have ground, right? And next you have ground pin for your ground reference, right? Ground pin you have for your ground reference, right? And next we have AD0 and AD1 and AD2, AD3, AD4 you have, AD5 you have, and AD6 you have, right? AD6 you have. Now AD0, AD1, AD2, right? AD0, AD1, AD2. Now these are your analog input 0, analog input 1, analog input 0, analog input 1, or analog input 2, or these are also called as digital IO pins, right? Digital input or output pin 0, pin 1, pin 2, right? Now AD3 is also analog input pin number 3 or digital IO pin number 3, right? That means through this pin you can provide the analog input or digital input or output operation, right? And next we have AD4. Now this is also through this pin you can provide analog input or digital IO that means digital input can be provided or digital output can be collected, right? Now AD5, AD6, right? All these are your pins through which you can provide the analog input or digital input, and you can collect the digital output, right? When you provide digital input, you can collect the digital output. If you are providing the analog input, only the input you are providing through these pins, right? AD0, AD1, AD2 and so on up to AD6. These are your analog input pins or digital IO pins, we call it as, right? And next we have V reference. This is your reference voltage reference pin number V reference. And next we have RTS. This is the special function, right? This is the special function that is allotted along with AD6 pin, right? This is the special function. You are requesting the connected device to send the data, right? RTS, which is a special function allotted along with the AD6. Now that indicates you are requesting the connected device to send the data, right? And next we have CTS, right? Now the special function allotted along with this CTS is DIO7, right? DIO7. Now CTS stands for clear to send the data. That means the path between the ZigBee and connected device is clear for communication or not. That particular information is given by this particular pin. Now this is the special function allotted to DIO. DIO stands for digital input or output, right? Digital input or output pin. To this pin a special function is allotted that is clear to send the data, right? And next we have on or slip, right? Now on or slip, when it is logic 1, that indicates ZigBee is under on condition. When it is logic 0, that indicates ZigBee is under sleep condition. That means you can communicate your ZigBee with the connected devices for logic 1, and you can't communicate your ZigBee with the connected devices for logic 0, right? Now this is about your on or sleep, right? Now these are the pin descriptions of your ZigBee. Now let me briefly explain its introduction along with the pin description here, right? Now coming to the ZigBee, now this is a wireless technology, same like your Bluetooth. This is also a wireless technology designed to carry small amount of data over short distance, right? Whether the Bluetooth or ZigBee, both are same. Now these are the wireless technology which are designed to carry the data, nothing but the exchange of data over short distance, right? Now the ZigBee, it is created for small application. That means it is created for small application, and the cost of this ZigBee is also low, right? The cost of this ZigBee is also low, and this is basically it operates by a battery, right? Basically it can operate by a battery, right? Now coming to the difference between ZigBee and Bluetooth is having higher transmission rate compared to the ZigBee. Now the main advantage of ZigBee to prefer over Bluetooth is it covers larger distance than the Bluetooth. Because of this reason only you can prefer ZigBee over Bluetooth, right? ZigBee covers larger distance than the Bluetooth, but in terms of transmission rate it is having less transmission rate compared to the Bluetooth, right? Now that was the difference between the Bluetooth and the ZigBee. Both are same, both are the wireless technology that are used for exchange of data between the two devices, but the difference is transmission rate. In terms of transmission rate, one is having higher rate, that is Bluetooth is having higher transmission rate. Now ZigBee is having lower transmission rate. Now coming to the distance coverage, ZigBee can cover larger distance than the Bluetooth, right? Because of that reason only you can prefer ZigBee over Bluetooth, right? Now this was the introduction for your ZigBee. Now this ZigBee can operate by using a battery only, right? It is used for small applications, and the cost of this ZigBee is also very low, and it is a low power IoT system. That means it consumes a less power and it can operate by a basic battery, right? Now coming to its pin diagram, it is having 20 pins, right? Now whereas Bluetooth is having only 8 pins, now ZigBee is having 20 pins. Now 10 are allocated on the one side and 10 are allocated on the other side, right? Now the first pin is VCC, right? Now plus 5 volts of power supply can be provided at this pin. And next we have transmitting pin. Now to this pin you can transmit the data from ZigBee, right? Now next you have receiving pin. Now through this pin you can receive the data, right? Transmitting pin for transmitting the data from ZigBee, and receiving pin for receiving the data to the ZigBee, right? And next we have DO8. DO8 is nothing but digital output 8th pin, right? Digital output 8th pin, 8th bit of digital output is collected through this pin, right? And next we have reset pin. In order to reset your ZigBee, this particular pin is used, right? And next we have RSSI, right? Receive signal strength indicator. RSSI stands for receive signal strength indicator. Now this particular pin gives the information of signal strength that is received by the ZigBee, right? Now ZigBee will receive the signal, that signal strength is indicated by this particular pin, that is RSSI, stands for receive signal strength indicator. Now these two are reserved, right? NC, no connection, these two are reserved. And next we have DI8, right? Digital output 8th pin is provided here and input pin is provided here, DI8, right? And next we have GND, ground reference, right? This is used for ground pin, that is used for ground reference, right? And here you have AD0, AD1, AD2 and AD3, right? Now these are your analog inputs or digital IO pins, right? AD0, AD1, AD2, AD3. Now AD4 is provided here, AD5 is provided here and AD6 is provided here, right? Now these are your analog input pins, that means through which you can provide the analog input, and also you can provide the digital input and digital IO operation. That means you can provide the input or you can collect the digital output, right? AD0, AD1, AD2, AD3, AD4, AD5, AD6, right? These are your pins through which you can provide the analog input. Analog input 0 pin, first pin, second pin, so on up to 6 pins. And these are the pins through which you can provide the digital inputs as well as you can collect the digital outputs, right? Now coming to RTS, right? RTS, this is the special function allotted to AD6 pin. RTS stands for request to send the data. You are requesting the connected device to send the data, right? Next you have AD5, nothing but through which you can provide the 5th analog input and also 5th analog input or 5th digital input, and you can collect the 5th digital output, right? And next we have V reference voltage, and next we have on or sleep, right? Now this will give the status of the ZigBee, whether it is under on condition or off condition. For logic 1, that indicates ZigBee is communicating with the connected devices. For logic 0, that indicates ZigBee is not communicating with the connected device, right? Now that status of the ZigBee, whether it is under communication or not, that is given by the on or sleep pin, right? And next we have CTS. CTS is nothing but clear to send the data. That means the path between the ZigBee and connected device is clear for communication or not. That particular information is checked by this particular CTS. And this DIO7, nothing but digital input or output 7th pin, right? This digital input or output, the 7th pin. To this pin we are adding special function, that is CTS, right? Clear to send the data. Next we have AD4, nothing but analog input 4 is provided through this pin, or digital input 4 is provided through this pin, and or also you can collect digital output 4, right? Now this was the pin description and introduction to ZigBee. Now let us go for interfacing part, right? Till now we have seen the introduction to ZigBee, right? Till now we have seen the introduction to ZigBee. Right, till now we have seen the introduction to ZigBee and also its pin description. Now let us see its interfacing part, right? Interfacing part, nothing but interfacing of your 8051 with ZigBee, right? Now this is your 8051 microcontroller, which is a 40 pin IC. Now this 8051 microcontroller is having 4 IO ports, port 0, port 1, port 2 and port 3, right? Now each port is having 8 pins, 8 bidirectional pins. Those are used for input operation or output operation, right? Now if you see this figure, port 1 is provided here, port 0 is provided here, and port 2 and port 3, right? These are your bidirectional IO port that can be used for input operation or output operation, right? Now XTAL1 and XTAL2, right? These are the pins under 8051 through which you are connecting the external oscillator circuit to generate the clock signal, right? XTAL1 and XTAL2. To these two pins of 8051 we are connecting the external oscillator circuit to generate the clock signal, right? And the reset pin with the external axis is connected over here. As I have said, this connection is same for every interfacing of 8051 with any device. If you are interfacing 8051 with any device, this particular connection is same, right? Now the crystal oscillator circuit is connected to XTAL1 and XTAL2 in order to generate the clock signal, and this connection is same for every interfacing of 8051 with any device, right? Now port 1 we don't have any connection of port 1 with any pins of ZigBee, and similarly port 0 we don't have any connection. Port 2 is also having no connection, right? Now coming to port 3, port 3 first pin is your receive data pin, port 3 second pin is your transmit data pin, right? Now the receiving data pin of 8051 is connected to transmitting pin of ZigBee, and transmitting pin of 8051 is connected to receiving pin of ZigBee. Same interfacing of Bluetooth module with ZigBee, only the difference is the module is different. There we are using Bluetooth module and here we are using ZigBee module, right? Now if it is receiving the data, this has to transmit the data, that's why receive pin to transmit pin. Now if it is transmitting the data, this has to receive the data, that's why transmit to receive pin, right? Now VCC is connected to plus 5 volts and ground pin is connected to reference, right? Now this is how to interface your ZigBee with your 8051 microcontroller. Same interfacing as that of your Bluetooth module, only the module is different, right? Now this is how to interface your ZigBee with your 8051, right? Thank you.